All right, everybody, welcome back to video 4 of our ukulele series. My name is Mr. Seth, and I'm so excited that you are learning the ukulele with me. Before we begin and continue our learning, I want you to make sure that your ukuleles are in tune. So grab your tuner, turn your tuner on, make sure that that little number, that little letter at the bottom is a U, so that we're tuning our ukuleles. And then remember, what are the 4 strings called? It's goats, can, eat, anything. Great job, okay? So we go G, we hit that with our thumb. That looks good. Go to the next one, goats can, and then eat is the next string. Oh, almost. Anything. Great, okay. My ukulele is in tune, so I'm ready to play. Now, if you need to pause the video and make sure that your ukulele is tuned, then you can absolutely do that. But if you're here with me, it means your ukulele is tuned, you're sitting up straight, you're holding your ukulele the right way, and you're ready to keep learning, okay? In the last video, we talked about these 3 chords, C, A minor, and F, okay? So I hope that before you're at this video with me, you've taken a little bit of time and you've really learned to get those chords down. Remember, just strumming each of them and then switching and just going back and forth between those chords, really getting a feel for each one of those chords, okay? If you've gotten those 3 shapes down, then we're ready to go, continuing our learning. Today, we're going to begin to learn how to take those chords and turn them into songs. But before we can really get there and strum these songs and even begin to sing a little bit too, we have to learn how to count. So in music, there is a rhythm. It's a heartbeat. Okay, there's a pulse to the music that you hear. There's a way in music to count that rhythm, and that's called a tempo, okay? We're going to be learning a lot of new words right now, and I need you guys to just stay with me, okay? We got this. I'm going to teach you guys quite a few new words right now up on the whiteboard, and you can do it, okay? But just remember, saying them out loud with me does really help. Let's try it. Ready? Here we go. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is that most music, it's like 80% of music, is written counting to 4, okay? So in a lot of music, we count to the number 4. So try this with me, okay? I just want you to feel this. This is an example of rhythm and tempo, okay? So I want you to go like this. Hold your fingers out like this, okay? And I want you to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really good. Do you feel that? How it almost feels like a song? It almost feels like you're counting, that there's a rhythm to that. Okay? What we call that is this. Okay? This little sign right here. Okay? This is called a time signature. Can you guys say that with me? Time signature, okay? Now, when we're talking about time signatures, they will always have 2 numbers written like this, okay? I'm not going to explain a whole lot of what this means. It can go into a lot of different things. But what we are going to talk about is just this means count to 4, okay? What does this mean? It means count to 4. This is saying, hey, everybody who's playing this song, make sure that you're counting to 4. Now, if I went like this, if I took away this first number and I wrote a 3, guess what this is saying now? This is saying, hey, everybody, make sure you're counting to 3. Okay, if I made this a 5, hey, everybody, make sure you're counting to 5. And those timings, those time signatures, they're not used as much, okay, as 4/4 timing is. So everybody, can you say 4/4 timing or 4/4 time signature? Say it with me, ready? 4/4 time signature. So now that we know how to count to 4, okay, in music, when we go 1, 2, 3, 4, like a lot of songs do, okay, that's the rhythm of a lot of songs, is that 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to talk about how fast we count. So sometimes when we're counting into music, you might have heard it go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like counting in slow. And then there's some songs when it goes really fast and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a really fast song, okay? Now some songs are slow and some songs are fast, but there has to be a way for us to talk about that. And so that's what we're going to learn right now, okay, is the speed of counting, okay? That word is tempo. Can you say the word tempo? Great. Okay, tempo just means speed or how fast we're counting, okay? When we count, let's say we're counting to 4, just like this. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of those numbers that I counted, okay, is called a beat. Okay, can you say the word beat? So each of these is a beat, okay? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I say how many beats is that, you would say 4, okay? So that brings us back to this. This is called BPM, okay, or beats per minute. That gives us a number. Watch this, okay? If there are 80 beats per minute, that means I'm counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I go and I count 100 beats per minute, or I count 150 beats per minute, that might be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be faster the higher that number gets, okay? But the tempo, okay, the speed, and the BPM, or the beats per minute, okay, those are always the same. Does that make sense? Okay, so if I say my tempo is 80, that means there are 80 beats per minute in this song, for the whole song. That's how fast I'm counting, okay? So we learned about beats, and we learned about tempo, which is how fast we count. We learned about time signatures, which is what we count to, right? We're counting to 4 in this. Now we're going to learn about something called a measure, okay? Can you say the word measure? Now what that means is if I am counting, okay, and I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beats is that? Okay, how many beats is that? It's 4. But how many times did I count to 4? I counted to 4 one time. I went like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one measure, okay? Now, if I counted to 4 twice, that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be 2 measures, okay? So if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beats is that? 4. How many measures is that? 1, okay? If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beats is that? It's 12 beats. And how many measures is that? It's 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 measures because I counted to 4 times. Does that make sense? Okay. So then we're going to learn about this, okay? Couple more things. Fourth notes. Can everybody say fourth notes? Okay? You'll hear quarter notes sometimes. You'll hear them called fourth notes sometimes. I'm going to call them fourth notes in this video series, okay? All this means is that we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's what fourth notes means, is that you're counting to 4. If I go like this, eighth notes, okay? There's fourth notes. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's eighth notes. Now, eighth notes, it's kind of like if I'm counting for these fourth notes, and I want to count in between where those fourth notes are, okay? Those are where the eighth notes are, okay? So watch, we're going to talk about this. Eighth notes, okay, look like this. They take up the space in between these fourth notes, okay? So we have this. We write these little plus signs, okay? And the plus sign equals and, okay? In music, when we write this plus, we say and, okay? So this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Try this. If we just count the fourth notes, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3. Then we count the eighth notes. Watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Back to the fourth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, grab your ukuleles again. I know that was a lot of words. Let's review it really fast, okay? What is this? It's a time signature. So it's 4/4 time signature. What does that mean? It means we're counting to 4, okay? What does tempo mean? It means the speed, okay? What does BPM stand for? Beats per minute, okay? And if the beats per minute is 80, then what is the tempo? It's 80, okay? They always are going to be the same. Now, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, how many beats is that? Okay, it's 4 beats. How many measures is that? It's 1 measure. Okay, great job. If I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, then are those eighth notes or fourth notes? Those are fourth notes. Great. If I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, then those are eighth notes, okay? Great job. You guys are doing so fantastic. Okay, now we're going to grab our ukuleles and we're going to try to use some of this on our ukuleles and learn to strum, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit up straight, grab your ukulele, hold it the right way. Make sure you're in tune. We already did that at the beginning, okay? But now I want you to play a C chord, just like this. Third finger on the 3rd fret of the very bottom string. And I want to teach you guys a couple different ways that we can strum. Okay, now when we strum is when we hit our ukulele strings, just like this. Now if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are those fourth notes or eighth notes? It's fourth notes, okay, because I'm counting to 4. If I go like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just with my thumb, just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That sounds great. It's awesome. You can totally do that. Okay, and that's really easy. If that's the easiest way for you, then I want you to keep doing that. But I want to show you a couple different ways that you can strum, okay? Some of you guys might have these, okay? This is a little pick, okay? Can you say the word pick? That's what this is, okay? It's a little piece of, sometimes they're plastic. This one is felt. It's like a fabric. And when we use this, we hold it just like this. We take our thumb and we put it on the back, just like this. And then we take our first finger and we put it kind of sideways like this, okay? And we want to kind of pinch this in between, just like this, okay? It shouldn't look like this, okay? Instead, my finger turns this way, so it's kind of hooked. And then my thumb comes down like that, okay? So that's how we use the pick. That's how we hold it. You want to hold this tight, not super tight, but just tight so that it doesn't come out when you strum, okay? So I want to hold my pick like this. I want to play my C chord, and you can use this to pick now. So you can go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a pick, I want you to try this with me, okay? So you take your pick like this. You take your thumb. You put your thumb on the back. you take this finger and you bend it. You kind of hook it like this, okay? And you hold the pick like this, okay? We're strumming with this side, the smaller side of the pick, okay? We're going to take that, play your C chord, and now every time we play something on our ukuleles for the rest of this series, you're going to hear me count in, okay? And what that means, if I count in, that means that I am going to count one measure. Remember, that means counting to 4 one time. I'm going to count to 4 one time to start us off so that we're all playing at the same speed, okay? So that'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Switch to an A minor. Ready? Strum this with me. 2, 3, A minor. Ready? A minor. 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Back to a C. And C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And A minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Playing F. One finger goes down. F. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to C. Okay, does that make sense? You guys are doing really good. I know that this is a lot, but we're counting out loud the whole time. If you can count out loud, it's really going to help you to be able to sing later on while you're also playing, okay? So if we go like this, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3. Back to an A minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, do you notice the hardest part? Okay, then this is a hard part about playing the ukulele and these chords, is that I'm not stopping. So listen to how it sounds if I stop, okay? I'm going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do you see how that doesn't sound like a song anymore? It sounds like there's a big break. So what we need to work on is not stopping. If we start to count a tempo at a certain speed, we want to make sure that even when we switch chords, we're still going that fast. Okay, so if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go to A minor after this one too. Ready? 4, A minor. I see how I switched on 1, 1, 2, 3, play a C, and 1, 2, good job, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and A minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back to a C. Good job. You see how that we didn't stop, we didn't slow down, we didn't like stop our ukulele completely. Instead, we kept going. That's really important as we get better and better at ukulele and as we start to learn some songs, okay? So we've learned 2 ways to strum so far, okay? We've learned how to strum with the pick and we've learned how to strum with the thumb, okay? So if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, go to an A minor. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back to a C. That sounds good with the thumb or with the pick, okay? But there's one other way that we're going to learn to strum, okay? And this is almost like if you are playing with the pick, okay? Like imagine you're holding the pick like this and the thumb comes right here, okay? Instead of using that pick though, I'm going to take this away. And what we're going to do is we're going to close this. Okay, so just like this. You see how my first finger is bent like this, and my thumb kind of comes and rests on that first knuckle of my finger right here. Okay, my thumb is like this. You see that? That's what your hand should look like. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to sit up straight, hold my ukulele up just a bit like this, so that my fingernail on this finger okay, is facing the ground, is facing the floor. So I don't want my finger to be like this, okay, because if my finger is like this and I strum with that, then the side of my finger is really going to start to hurt, okay? Do you remember the promises that I made you guys? Okay, when I said, if you press down really hard, I promise you your fingers are going to hurt. I promise. But if you keep going, they'll stop hurting, okay? I want to tell you, this hand right here, this strumming hand, should never hurt, okay? So it shouldn't hurt. If we're doing this right, then this shouldn't hurt, okay? I have some students that I've taught before where we learn how to strum like this, and they come back to me the next week and they go, oh, Mr. Seth, my finger's bleeding. I was doing it wrong and I kept strumming, but it's because they were holding their finger the wrong way, okay? So instead, what I want you to do is really make sure that that fingernail is facing the ground. And then when you strum, it should only hit your fingernail. So it shouldn't hit any of the other surrounding skin around your fingernail. Instead, it should only hit the tip of your fingernail, like this. Look at this hand. Okay, ready? Just like that. All I'm doing, you see how I'm not really holding this tight so that it's like this? Some people, what ends up happening is they accidentally go like this and they hit kind of the top of their finger with the skin right there, and that can be really bad too. So instead, I want you to make sure that you're only playing with your fingernail, okay? So I want you to choose one of these three ways, okay? You can strum with your fingernail like this. You can strum with your thumb like this. Or you can strum with your pick, okay, like this. But no matter how you're strumming, I want you to start counting, okay? So if this all makes sense, okay, I want you to move on to the next video. You can move into the next video right away if you want to, okay? Because we're going to learn a couple of exercises, okay, that will really help us to get these chords down. But just remember, everything from here on out, we have to tune our ukuleles, okay, every time we play, and we have to count when we play. We can count in our head, or we can count out loud. When you guys are just practicing right now, I want you to count out loud, okay? So, come back to the next video in just a second. We're going to learn some of these chord exercises that are going to help us to count and play at the same time, all right? I know that was a lot. Good job, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.